Oof. You still cold out there, Gordon?
I have a hoodie now, all is well.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, this has been a lot of work. Are you guys just about ready?
Oh yeah, can't
Sure.
wait.
Oh yeah, okay. Best of luck to us all. I think before we even get started, I'm going to do a real quick thanks to all of our funders and sponsors and supporters and everything like that. The Arts and Humanities Council of Montgomery County, Charlie Pilzer and Tonal Park Recording, Mixing and Mastering, Takoma Park City TV, Saw, the Songwriters Association of Washington, Focus Music, the Folklore Society of Greater Washington, Tacoma Radio, Wowdy 94.3 FM, Mark's Kitchen and El Golfo Restaurant, and of course, none of this would matter if you all weren't tuning in. We're going to get started in about 120 seconds because we're that precise, even in folk music. In the meantime, please do us a big favor, a free favor. Click that share button, and let people know that this is happening. I'm so aghast. That's a good word, right? Aghast that we can't all be in person this year. So I'm so thankful that you guys can tune in and everyone can tune into this. But share it big and broad and wide and loudly as much as possible. And we'll get started shortly, right around 7 p.m. Gordon, you ready?
I'm so ready, can't wait.
Wendy, you ready? You loose?
I am ready. Yeah.
Look at the
ready
shoulders.
To roll.
All right.
Excellent,
Okay.
excellent.
All right. I'll see you in about a minute and a half, maybe two. Where's that button? Oh, it's going to be one of those days.
Hello, everyone. That was really rousing. Welcome to the second installment of this year's Takoma Park Folk Festival. Takoma Park Alternative Folk Festival. My name's Wendy Langsner, and in 2016 I joined forces with Marika Partridge as co-coordinator of the Grassy Nook stage, and I'm very proud to be your host tonight. We just heard the DC Labor Chorus. Every year they start off the festival walking around the festival grounds, bringing music to every nook and cranny of Takoma Park Middle School. That was None of Us Are Free, written by Barry Mann, Cynthia Weil, and Brenda Gordon Russell. In 1993, the Labor Chorus recorded that version at the Washington Ethical Society in 2016, and the message is just as true today as it has been for the past quarter century. The soloist, Lucy Murphy, actually performed at the very first Takoma Park Folk Festival, so the roots of that performance run deep. Find out more about DC Labor Chorus at heritagelabor.org. So, before we get to our first stage, we'd originally written a little donate to the festival bit right here, which is certainly still important. But with the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg so fresh in our minds, we think it's more important to give you one more reminder to vote. We'll mention that a couple more times, but right from the get-go, getting involved from the grassroots on up is a core principle of the Takoma Park Folk Festival, and we want to encourage you, implore you to do just that. Go to tpff.org and click on Community. Make sure you're registered to vote, and vote, but that's just the beginning. That community tab has links to many of the community groups that would have been at our festival this year. Everything from healthcare to renters assistance, international to very, very local. Thank you in advance. Okay, so now, as the Grassy Nook coordinator on a normal year, this morning Marika and I have been working our way down through the trees off on the side of Takoma Park Middle School, maybe dodging an errant beanbag from the kids' games as we make our way down to the Grassy Nook. Even on the weird years, like when we got hurricaned indoors, Marika would have been at the stage with me very early, setting up decorations and the amazing cranky that she makes every year, which it's not a grumpy volunteer. It's this wooden crank thing, and she puts this decoration on that shows, all the performers, and she is so creative. But anyway, we don't have the cranky this year, but, here we are in our alternative festival. So as stage coordinators, we spend our spring selecting artists and the summertime making sure the schedule and everything's going to be smooth. And the last couple of weeks, just making sure everything's going to be comfortable and welcoming for our Grassy Nook artists. I think it's especially important on the Grassy Nook because this stage is for our younger performers, our emerging artists, 25 and under. And sometimes this is their very first experience performing at a festival, so it's very exciting for them. The Grassy Nook began as a stage where grown-ups played music for kids, but when Marika Partridge of Takoma Radio took over in 2007, with the help of Bobby Kittner at that time, they transformed it into a showcase for emerging young artists. Thanks so much to Bobby, Marika, our MC, Robin Porter, my son, who's been doing it for a few years, and all the volunteers who work so hard every year to make the Grassy Nook such a wonderful part of the festival. So we're going to start off our archival footage with Minuendo from our 2013 festival. Their sound can be described as a mix of chill wave, ambient rock, folk, math rock, and funk. But before we hear Minuendo, we're going to have a moment of adults playing for kids. Enjoy.
There were 3 witches, ugly and disheveled, who danced and hopped around like monkeys, shouting this one song. Lunes y martes y miércoles tres. Hours went by and the witches never seemed to tire of dancing and singing this one song over and over again.
We workshopped all day. Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? It's the Takoma Folk Festival. This is our first time playing We're Minuendo from Colombia. I'm Jenna, this is Rex, and that's Hector. And I'm gonna do one of my songs. So it's called Cars.
Your hands dancing on the piano, my gaze fixed on you. You, no one else, that's when I realized how special you were. Just the thought of you makes me weak. Your chocolate eyes, the way you speak to me. Won't you let me be your exception? You're my perfection in every way. So come make magic with me, at least for today. When I found out you were out of my reach, I gave up for a while. Thought you weren't for me till you told me. I made you rethink, think. Just the thought of you makes me weak. Your chocolate eyes, the way you speak to me. Let me be your exception. You're my perfection in every way. Make magic with me, at least for today. Ooh, 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 ooh. So please, let me be your exception. You're my perfection in every way. So come make magic with me, at least for today. Thank you.
like everyone knows exactly what they're doing here. Everyone's got some place to be. Seems like I'm the only one for whom things aren't quite so clear. And I don't really know exactly how to see. Take a risk, take a chance, one step forward and two steps back, oh no. Double take, second glance, little closer, oh you lose track, oh no. I don't know who to be, should I be myself? To know, to believe, it's not everyone else. La da 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 da. Seems like everyone knows exactly what is going on. No one seems to be quite as confused as me. Seems like I'm the only one for whom things aren't quite so clear. Just unlock the door, let somebody in. I don't know what it is, something makes me act like this. Here's a kind of whisper to me, but it doesn't want to show. I don't know who to be, should I be myself? To know, to believe, it's not everyone else. La da 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 da. Ooh, oh yeah. I don't know who to be, should I be myself? To know, to believe, not everyone else. La da 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 da. Seems like everyone knows exactly what they're doing here. Thank you.
Wow, I love me some Grassy Nook. Thank you to Minuendo, High Definition, Anna Savage, the Stunahzz, and Cecilia Grace for those great performances. So I just want to remind you all that this is all made possible through your generous donations of time and money. I also want to remind you that there are some amazing local crafters featured every year at this festival. We saw a few glimpses there thanks to Takoma TV. If you want to get a better taste and maybe do some socially distanced shopping, go to tpff.org and click Crafts, where you will find everything from puppets and clothes and musical instruments to earrings and soap. Support your local businesses and get your holiday shopping done early. Okay, now back to Grassy Nook. So, to represent the Grassy Nook this year, there was definitely a standout name on our applications. Yasmin Williams has been making waves for herself with appearances on SAW's stages for the past year. That's the Songwriters Association of Washington, at the Institute of Musical Traditions. She was a finalist in the Rolling Stone Young Gun Guitar Competition, the grand prize winner of New York University's Ultraviolet Live Talent Show, and she won the gold prize in the instrumental category of the Mid-Atlantic Song Contest. Yasmin Williams grew up in Northern Virginia, where various genres of music from smooth jazz to hip-hop were played in her household. She was introduced to the guitar after playing the video game Guitar Hero 2. Once she received her first guitar and amplifier, she taught herself how to play by ear. After a few years of playing the electric, she taught herself how to play the bass, the 12-string, and classical guitar, before eventually deciding to put her focus solely on acoustic guitar because of the instrument's versatility. Her playing defies description. Please welcome Yasmin Williams.
Hey, Takoma Park, what's up? I'm super, super, super excited to be here in Tonal Park Studios. Thank you so much, Charlie, for helping the festival go virtual this year and putting in a lot of effort for us to be here. Super excited. I'm Yasmin Williams. I'm a guitarist from Northern Virginia. And yeah, this is my first time performing in the Takoma Park Folk Festival, so again, super excited. That first song was called Juvenescence, and that one's going to be on my record coming out hopefully in the fall, slated for the fall. That one's called Urban Driftwood. And yeah, I'm going to play some original tunes, maybe a cover or two. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. This next one is called On a Friday Night. So that one's always a fun one. Oh, forgot to mention, in the intro I used this little thing. It's kind of like a hammer of sorts. I don't know, I call it a guitar hammer. It's called an angle, but I don't really know what it is. I googled guitar hammer and this was the first thing that popped up. And it kind of makes like cool metallic sound. And I also use it in this next one, which is called High Five. Cool. So this next one's called The Missing Piece. And I believe I wrote this one in college, maybe freshman year or sophomore year, when basically I was probably homesick and wanted to go home. I went to college and at New York University, and I'm from Virginia, so it was kind of a ways away because I'd never been to New York before. And this was kind of my homesick song, I guess. So I think I'll play a couple more. This next one uses my other mbira. So this song is actually the first song that I wrote using a kalimba and tap shoes. And this one's called Gitka for guitar and kalimba. So I think this is going to be the last one. Thank you guys so much for having me again. Thank you so much to Charlie. This was a super cool experience and a super nice studio. Oh my gosh. And yeah, this last one is called Restless Heart. And in this one, I use a cello bow in the beginning. I got the idea from a band called Sigur Rós, and the lead singer uses a cello bow on his electric guitar, but I could never get that to sound half decent. So I use it on my acoustic, and it sounds okay. So thank you to everyone who's watching, and yeah, thank you to Takoma Park Folk Festival. See you guys.
I'm not sure where our host just went. Oh, wait, there she is. There she is.
I'm back. Somehow I got transported to another time space
Don't do that
continuum.
to me.
But yeah, here I am. And so anyway.
Wendy,
So
you're doing an
thank you.
amazing job. Thank you so much for doing this for us.
Thank you, Rob. Yeah, suddenly StreamYard wanted my login code, and I just didn't know what it was. So somehow I worked my way back, you know. Anyway, here we are, and thank you, Yasmin, for that wonderful set. And I just want to say thanks and shout out to everybody out there who's commenting, including Yasmin. It's so fun. It's such a community. And so we're just so grateful that y'all are sharing this experience with us. So I just want to stress that because these fabulous artists aren't in front of you this year, that doesn't mean that their need for your support isn't really strong. So we really need you to support artists. Of course, we all want to support artists. And so we are posting their websites on the screen. Sometimes they scroll by, they're in the comments, but please do visit the website tpff.org and click on musicians. And there you can pick up some music, you can get their merch, you can get on their mailing lists. You know, someday we are going to go see live music again, like in venues. So you're really going to want to know, you know, where these incredible people are playing. So please visit tpff.org, and find out about all these fabulous musicians. So before we walk back around the school, so we're using our imaginations tonight, you know, through the basketball courts, into the back door of Takoma Middle to the Abbott stage. We have some moments with some mayors, some mayoral moments. So Jay Keating interviewed Tacoma's current mayor, Kate Stewart, about her experience with the festival. And after that, we go back in time to Eleanor Ellis's video documentary from 1982, which features the festival founder, Sam Abbott. He drives home some of the other stuff we've been talking about, and though they don't explicitly say it, both mayors are really talking about just how much leadership matters. So with that in mind, make sure you vote this year. Information about registration and making sure your voice is heard this year can be found at tpff.org. Just click on Community. Our area jurisdictions have plans in place to make voting as safe as possible during a pandemic and as secure as ever. So start now to be sure you are registered and ready to vote by mail or in person, and educate yourself on the candidates and the issues on the ballot. Visit tpff.org and click on the big vote button for information on how you can get involved. You'll also find a list of community organizations concerned with social justice. Visit their websites and support them as they support us by making sure that community voices, your voice, is heard. And now our mayors, present and past.
Kate Stewart is the mayor of Takoma Park, and she's been a perennial supporter of the folk festival. So we're here at our home to ask her a few questions. Kate, tell us about your history with the folk festival.
Thank you. My history with the festival actually starts before I lived in Takoma Park. My mother-in-law and father-in-law moved to Takoma Park in the late 80s, and so after college, when my husband and I were living in DC, we'd come to Takoma Park to visit them, and the folk festival each year was definitely on the list of days we had to come visit. And then I moved to Takoma Park, raised my family, and over the years we've always celebrated at the folk festival. It's been different over the last 20 or so odd years, starting going to the festival as someone in their early 20s, and then dragging two toddlers to the festival who actually wanted to spend more time playing in the grass than listening to music. And now that my children are older, I get the wonderful experience of listening to some of the young artists who they grew up with and hearing them sing and perform. So the festival has always been very meaningful to our family.
How would you describe the impact and resonance of the festival with Takoma Park and the surrounding metro community?
The impact of the festival to Takoma Park and the wider community has been really amazing over the years. This is an event that brings together music and culture and dance and crafts from all around the world. It is an opportunity to really share and experience different cultures and music. And I really know of no other event that looks at folk with such an expansive viewpoint. And it really represents what is best about our city in Takoma Park. We are a diverse, inclusive community, and it's wonderful to see that reflected and reinforced in our folk festival.
The Takoma Park Folk Festival owes its genesis to the McCarthy period, a low point in the United States history when repression and intellectual terror ruled. I brought Woody Guthrie to a concert down on Georgia Avenue. And because the FBI parked outside, took everybody's license number, intimidated the people, only 40 citizens attended the concert and only $12 was taken in. when we consider what injustice was done to the composer of This Land Is Your Land, which now, next to our national anthem, is the most sung, the determination became embedded in me to have within Takoma Park a folk festival.
Basically, our musical program and our dance program is designed to reflect the different ethnic groups and cultural groupings that exist in the Takoma area. And it's basically everybody's folk festival. And by folk festival, I don't mean folk music. We believe that all different groups express themselves musically, artistically, through a variety of forms, and we have never selected one particular music form over another. So the musical expression comes right out of Takoma, and because our community, meaning Takoma Park, Takoma DC, and East Silver Spring, has for some peculiar reason
Low rent.
and many musicians, we are gifted in having a variety of musicians that live in our community, which we make use of.
Well, not just make use of, right? Highlight and celebrate. So that was really great to see the bones of the festival's mission going all the way back to its very foundations. Thank you, Jay Keating and Songwriters Association of Washington, for nabbing that interview with Mayor Kate Stewart. The Folk Festival is made possible this year through the funding of the Arts and Humanities Council of Montgomery County, and every year it's an all-volunteer event. Please get involved for next year. We have something you can help with, whether you want to hand letter signs or lay out banners on a website, building stages, tearing them down, finding musicians, or helping lost musicians get to their stage, food, parking, sitting and selling the merch. So much work goes into our festival every year, but coming together as a community makes it all possible. Go to tpff.org, click Give. You can donate, you can sponsor, but really, make this festival yours. Volunteer! So now, from the Grassy Nook, we want to head back down the trail, past the tennis courts and around Takoma Middle School and into the school to the Abbott stage. Our friend Fred Stolnitz has been the coordinator of this stage since 2001. And Fred has become one of our guides for the festival, recognizing its history and traditions. You might have caught a glimpse of him singing with the DC Labor Chorus at the start of tonight's program, but Fred is present behind the scenes of almost every single corner of the festival, in the program, in the contracts, and somehow he still has time to go sing with the DC Labor Chorus and make it over to the Abbott stage for the fine detail work, taping the locks on the school doors so they don't clang during the shows, greeting every performer. And he's been assisted over the years by Jesse Palidovsky, Charlie Baum, Jennifer Woods, and most recently, Grace Kramer. So thank you to all of them as well. The Abbott stage presents traditional and topical songs. And though every once in a while they break tradition and get off topic, they always return to the true vision of the festival's founder and the stage's namesake, Sam Abbott. Thanks to Takoma TV, here is some music from the Abbott stage over the years.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
It's a beautiful day out there, isn't it? Beautiful for this. Beautiful.
Well, I'm Mike Monsoor, and as you can see, I play 5-string banjo, and that's Donnie Knuckles over there, all the way from Madison County, Virginia, just to be here with you guys today. We're so happy to be here. This is our first time at the Takoma Park Folk Festival. Well, in 2003, I met Dwight Diller, and those first two tunes I played you were tunes that I learned from Dwight Diller. It was Sally Ann and Arkansas Traveler. And Dwight was playing at the Smithsonian Folklife Festival. And out of all the music I heard during the event, his absolutely captivated me. And it was upon hearing it that I knew that I wanted to spend the rest of my life learning and playing it. I'm going to do you a tune called Old Joe Clark.
Only one told me, dear, that you love me. Only one said we'll never part. That old link in that chain has been broken and have left me with a sad, aching heart. I sail a great ship on the ocean. I sail one across the deep blue sea. I wonder in this world, where is my darling? Will you please steal my baby back to me? Now meet me tonight in that moonlight. Meet me tonight, I'm all alone. Well, meet me tonight, you my darling, and I never will do you no wrong.
Zan McLeod and Tina Eck.
is there's a myth that says this was the last song that Stephen Foster ever wrote. I'd say we know it's not the actual last song, but it's probably the last of his most popular songs.
It's his last hit.
Yeah. So that was Beautiful Dreamer.
Beautiful dreamer, wake unto me. Starlight and dewdrops are waiting for thee. Clouds of the cruel world heard in the day, unlike the moonlight, have all passed away. Beautiful dreamer, queen of my song, list while I woo thee with soft melody. Gone are the cares of life's busy throng. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Beautiful dreamer, out on the sea, mermaids are chanting the wild melody. Over the streamlet, vapors are born, waiting to fade for the bright coming morn. Beautiful dreamer, beam on my heart. E'en as the morn on the streamlet and sea, then shall all clouds of sorrow depart. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me. Beautiful dreamer, awake unto me.
Thank you. These were the kinds of songs that the officers in the Civil War did not want the privates to be singing for fear of desertion. Too many tears. There was hardly a dry eye when they did these songs of those, sentimental sorts of Stephen Foster and others.
We got a song that was done by a guy out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. His name is Pink Anderson. And what Pink Anderson used to do is he used to travel around with the medicine shows. And he would come out at the start of the medicine show and entertain the crowds. Now, I would say the modern day equivalent to a medicine show is an infomercial. So I haven't gotten asked to do the openings for infomercials yet, but I'm working on it. I think it's coming. And this song goes like this. certainly was against my will. I lost every gosh darn nickel I had, except a greenback dollar bill. A $40 bet laying on the floor, my buddy's point was 9. Just then the police kicked in the back door. I got mine, yes, I got mine. I got mine. I grabbed that money right off the floor and out the window I went flying. Well, ever since that big crap game, I've been living on chicken and wine. I'm the leader of the high society of folks. I got mine. Well, let me down to a turkey feast. The dinner was certainly fine. 15 minutes before the table was set, all the jitterbugs fell in line. Well, when they brought them gobblers out, like a rascal I did shine. Talking about a rascal grabbing in, I got mine. Yes, I got mine. I got mine. I grabbed that turkey right by the wing and out the window I went flying. Well, I tried to find me a hiding place. I didn't get there in time. Another rascal grabbed me by my coat. I got mine. Let me tell you about a place I know down on Walker Street. It's the only place in town where them gambling men do meet. Well, some of them come for a haircut, and some of them come for a scrap. When you see me and the Delta Blues boys there, we mean to shoot some crap. Holla in 7, come 11, won't you come? If you don't 7-11 old dice, I'm done. If I see the police before he sees me, I'm gonna run. Talking about a rascal running, yeah, I got mine. Well, I went down to my best gal's house. The hour was just about 9. I wasn't dressed up like old Bill Gates, but I was feeling mighty doggone fine. I saw her sitting on another rascal's lap. I did not like that sign. I told that rascal what I thought of him. I got mine. Yes, I got mine. I got mine. I told that rascal what I thought of him, and out the window I went flying. He was real good with that shotgun. I did not like that sign. Talking about a rascal running, yeah, I got mine. Yes, I got mine. I got mine. I told that rascal what I thought of him, and out the window I went flying. He was mighty good with that shotgun. I did not like that sign. Talking about a rascal running, yeah, I got mine.
All right, what a great set from the Abbott Stage Archives. Thank you to Mike Monsur and Donnie Knuckles. Little Bit of Blues with Warner Williams and Jay Summerhour. Tina Eck and Zan McLeod. The Civil War Comrades and Rick Franklin and his Delta Blues Boys. So this year, Fred and Grace were able to bring in Lisa Null to represent the Abbott Stage. Not only is Lisa a marvelous singer and storyteller, but because of her long-standing roles with the festival, she's an ideal choice to give us a little more insight into the Takoma Park Festival as a whole. Please welcome ballad singer extraordinaire, Lisa Null.
Hi, welcome to the Abbott Stage in a very rudimentary virtual incarnation. I've been asked to represent it, which is kind of an embarrassment because I can't possibly convey all the diversity and the wonderful talent that has been here year after year. I know the stage very well because I've often served as stage manager, as an avid member of the audience. I've even been on the committee of the Takoma Festival. In the most recent years, I've mostly been there to watch my friends if I'm not performing and to rush out and I'll see all the other wonderful things at the Takoma Park Festival too. But here I am, and I want to welcome you to join me. And I can only give you what I've got to offer, which is many, many years of gratitude and delight and a song bag of traditional songs. It was rather humbling as a custodian of traditional songs, mostly known for my ballads, to be asked to address songs of social justice. I do have a lot of those songs. I have a lot of protest songs. But these ballads are very important to me. And I feel that in singing them, I find all sorts of psychological resilience. A lot of people don't like the old ballads because they usually deal with women getting killed or exploited. Well, I love to sing those songs too because very often the women who we see today as victims, I see as martyrs for love, the right to marry who they love, no matter what. They die for that right. Well, here's a song about one of those women who defied her family. In the old days, people very often wanted to force their children into marriages of convenience or economic prosperity that would benefit the whole family. It's a very real problem that still exists in many parts of the world. In this wonderful song, the woman says, "The hell with this, I'm going to marry who I love." She goes and dresses as a man, follows her true lover off to the wars. He gets wounded. She lifts him up in her big strong arms. They go off to a doctor and he gets better and they get married. So that beats every side of the bush and comes out successfully. So I'm going to sing that. Jackaroo. It was made very popular by the Grateful Dead, but I learned it from Gene Ritchie, as I suspect they did too. There was a silk merchant in London, he did dwell. He had an only daughter, the truth to you I'll tell. The truth to you I'll tell. Her sweethearts, they were plentiful. She courted both day and night, till all on Jackie Fraser she placed her heart's delight. She placed her heart's delight. Her parents saw him coming, and they flew in an angry way. She gave him 40 shillings to bear him on his way, to bear him on his way. You may lock me up in a dungeon, my body you may keep confined, but there's none but Jackie Fraser will ever suit my mind, will ever suit my mind. She went down to the tailor's shop and dressed all in men's way. She labored with the captain to bear her on her way, to bear her on her way. Your waist it is too slender, your hands too neat and small, your cheeks too red and rosy to face the cannonball, to face the cannonball. It's true my cheeks are rosy and my hands too neat and small, but it would not change my countenance to see 10,000 fall, to see 10,000 fall. She sailed out over the ocean, all over the deep blue sea,
till safely she got landed in the wars of Germany, in the wars of Germany. She went out to the battlefield and strolled it all up and down. Among the dead and wounded, her darling boy she found, her darling boy she found. She picked him up all in her arms and carried him to the town, and called for a physician to bind up all his wounds, to bind up all his wounds. So now they're happily married, so well they do agree. So now they're happily married, so why not you and me? So why not you and me?
A lot of times when we sing slavery songs, we think primarily of the suffering and we picture ourselves as victims. But buried in those slavery songs are great resources of grit and survival and defiance. This is a song that many of you will recognize from the time of the civil rights struggle of the 1960s, in which I was a very active member, as perhaps some of you were too. You'll recognize this chorus. We used it to march. This is a version I got from a white string band from West Virginia. And in learning more about it and where it came from, I realized that this was an anti-slavery song as well, with words and a chorus, and it's a song about escape from slavery.
There's many a freedman upon the northern banks, in the sight of the saltwater sea, and it thrills the very soul to behold the billows roll, to know in your heart you are free. Oh, freedom, sweet freedom, freedom it is for me. And before I'd be a slave, I'd be buried in my grave, go home to my father and be free. Oh, don't you remember the promises you made at my dear old dying mother's request, that I never would be sold for silver or gold, as the sun rose from the east to the west? Oh, freedom, sweet freedom, freedom it is for me. And before I'd be a slave, I'd be buried in my grave, go home to my father and be free. But she'd not been in the grave about 3 weeks. The grass had not grown o'er her grave when I was advertised for sale, and I would have lain in jail had I not crossed the Ohio wave. Oh, freedom, sweet freedom, freedom it is for me. And before I'd be a slave, I'd be buried in my grave, go home to my father and be free.
I got this wonderful song from Peter Bellamy, English singer who was like a friend and a brother to me. I love it. It's a very complicated song because it deals with issues that are well known to those who were felt emancipated by the Me Too movement. A man is unjustly accused of raping a little girl, and the girl is believed, but she was believed by the squire who wants to rush this man to judgment. So one side of it is about the right of the little girl to speak her piece, but the other side of it is sort of an execution ballad in which the man is protesting his innocence and wanting to have more due process than the song affords. The crowd believes the man, so perhaps there's something to that. Anyway, here's Fanny Blair. It deals with a historical incident that happened in County Armagh in 1785, but I have it in an English version, and there are American versions of it too. So somehow the complexity and double-sidedness of this song caught fire on both sides of the Atlantic.
Come all ye young fellows, wheresoever that ye be, I'll have ye pay attention and listen unto me. It was by a young female I was wounded full soon. Now you see I'm cut down in the height of my bloom. 'Twas on a Monday morning as I lay on my bed, a young friend he come up to me, and these words to me he said, "Rise you up, Henry Higgins, and flee ye elsewhere. They're bound out against you on account of Fanny Blair." Now Fanny Blair, she is a girl of 11 years old, and as I must die, sure the truth to you I will unfold. I never had dealings with her in my time. It's a hard thing to hang for some other man's crime. But the trial it did come on, and Squire Vernon he was there, and onto the table he has lifted Fanny Blair, and the lies that she swore to I'm ashamed for to tell. But the squire spoke out swiftly, saying you told your story well. When the crowd they all heard that young Higgins was to die, they rose up against her with one murmuring cry. "We will catch her and crop her, she's a perjuring little whore. Young Higgins is innocent, of that we're very sure." Now there's just one favor more I would ask of my friends, to take me down to Moorfields one night by themselves, and to bury my body in Merrily Mow. And I pray that the good Lord will pardon her soul.
Hi, here's a song I learned from Almeda Riddle. She got it from the singing of Will Ramsey, a Baptist preacher who wrote it during World War I love it because it brings all the feelings of struggle, pacifism, love, and resistance all together in one song with wonderful fiery language as only a Baptist preacher could deliver it. I also love it because it kind of prefigures that period during World War I and right afterwards that we sometimes think of as Wilsonian, Wilson wanted to have the League of Nations and feed the world. We never got very far with it, but some of the seeds of that are in this song. Dear Heavenly Father, will thou deign to hear us? Order all war into cease. O grant, gracious Father, the ushering in of the dawning of worldwide peace. Peace, peace, sweet dove of peace, let your white wings encircle our globe. O Lord, how we pray and we hope every day for the dawning of worldwide peace. Torn from the talons of bloodthirsty rulers, our fathers, brothers, husbands, and our sons, oh, pray that sweet rivers of peace will soon flow where the blood of our own now runs. Peace, peace, sweet love of peace, let your white wings encircle our globe. Oh Lord, how we pray and we hope every day for the dawning of worldwide peace. Beating our weapons and swords into plowshares, sowing the battlefield with weed, and feeding the hungry of every nation, living in worldwide peace. Peace, peace, sweet dove of peace, let your white wings encircle our globe. Oh Lord, how we pray and we hope every day for the dawning of worldwide peace. Friends and Neighbors, some people call it Virginia's Alders, is probably one of my favorite songs. It starts in the Catskills. A young man is leaving home, sort of footloose and fancy-free, looking for better work, leaving his girlfriend behind, and traveling down the Susquehanna River, going through Pennsylvania, past Scranton, Pennsylvania, where I used to live, and eventually down into the threshold of Virginia, or Virginia's Alders. So I love it. It's a traditional song. It was collected by children at Camp Woodlands and their teachers, and it became a very popular song there. But it was held in tradition for several generations before that. And I like it in the sense because it deals with the immigration stories of Americans who have to leave work in an uncertain economy and go somewhere else, never knowing whether they'll be able to return. Friends and neighbors, I'm now going to leave you. I have no doubt that you think it is strange, but God be pleased, I never have robbed. Neither have I done any wrong. Some may think it's for some bad action,
and some may think it's for something wrong, while others may think a different notion happened to run across my mind. Once I courted a pretty fair maid, and well I knew that she did love me, but nature's cries, so long undaunted, called me across the raging sea. I courted her both late and early. I courted her by night and day, but all I earned so fast I spent it, free and easy I'll jog away. I'll go down into the Susquehanna, and there I'll stop, but I will not stay. Down in Kill's Ferry I will cross over, to Virginia's alders I'll bend my way. When I arrive in Virginia's alders, it's there I'll stop and I'll stay a while, until I hear from my friends and neighbors, and the handsome young girl I left behind.
And now, finally, for my partner, Charlie Baum, with whom so much of my musical life is partner. Let's try it again. And now, Charlie Baum, my partner in so many things. Much of my musical life would not be possible without him.
If you've been to the Abbott stage in recent years, you've probably seen me running around. I'm usually the stage manager, and I'm herding squirrels. I'm running around trying to make sure that all the performers are on stage at the right time, and the last-minute stage plots changes have been made, and the audience is comfortable and isn't bringing in any contraband. And I'm usually so busy that I hardly ever get a chance to perform. But this year, I'm a videographer, so that allows me a chance to perform. And I'm doing a duet with Lisa. This is a song we're going to sing from the singing of Rosa Hemphill Carter of Senatobia, Mississippi. She was recorded by Alan Lomax back around 1959. Her big hit, if you've seen the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, is Go to sleep, you little baby, go to sleep, you little baby. Mama's gonna stay and your daddy's gone away, didn't leave nobody but the baby. But this is a much more interesting song, I think, from her. If a black spiritual is a song about slavery in the guise of a religious song, the veneer in this one is pretty thin. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, Pharaoh's army sure got drowned. Pharaoh, 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 Pharaoh's army sure got drowned. Pharaoh, go down, go down,
Go down, Israel, and lead your children. Go down. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, Pharaoh's army sure got drowned. Pharaoh, Mary, Mary, Mary sure was Jesus' mother. Mary, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, Pharaoh's army sure got drowned. Pharaoh, farewell, 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 children, I'm sure gonna leave you. Farewell, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, Pharaoh's army sure got drowned. Pharaoh, farewell, 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 children, I'm sure gonna leave you. Farewell.
Thank you, Lisa Null and Charlie Baum. By the way, we actually do have t-shirts this year and masks and tote bags too. Visit tpff.org and click Buy Shirts in the upper right-hand corner. It's kind of like donating, but you get something before the next festival in 2021. So everyone, with one stage left, we are almost there. Our imaginary walk around Takoma Middle School wouldn't actually be possible today. The construction around the school means that this next stage, field, wouldn't be able to be down on the field where it once was. Couldn't be up in the corner on the hill where it has been for the last decade, and it might not even be able to be on the basketball courts where it was last year. If you want to help us imagine where we can put it in 2021, please visit tpff.org and click Give to get involved with your wallet or your time or your mind, because we need you. Oh, Field Stage, you migratory platform! Most recently run by stage coordinators Julie Nassif and Derek Hill, this year the stage returned to the hands of Rob Hinkle, our program chair. Big shout out to Rob and Gordon, who were helped running the scene tonight. So big shout out to them. And Rob also chose the artist to represent the Field Stage this year. And that was not easy. Field Stage is the stage where anything can happen. Worldly music that's a bit too loud for the world, grovey music that's a little too big for the grove, funk, rock, hip-hop, soul, gospel, you name it, drum circles. So much has happened on the Field Stage, it's a little hard to choose. But we figured we'd kick off back in 1982 with a unique performance showing us just how much the festival's changed over the years. Please welcome Root Boy Slim.
Hey, Slim! Now I get my banjo out. We like to do a tune. It's a family tune. It's a real show. Sam Abbott, legalize it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. We like to do a tune called Mrs. Paul. Mrs. Paul, don't you do me like Sarah Lee. She's a no good woman. She ran off with Chef Boyardee. was hanging around the produce section with Mama Celeste. Along came little Debbie. You know, she was really, man, felt like she'd been in the boiling bag 20 minutes too long. And that old chuck roast had really done her wrong. But she thinks she got trouble. Well, I guess that's fine. But I'm slipping and sliding that slow going checkout line. She's a no good woman. She ran off with Chef Boy. Right out of the way. Aunt Jemima said to Uncle Ben, that old Mrs. Ball, you know, she's at it again. She's doing it in the aisle. That funky fish section too. It's something old Aunt Nellie taught her how to do. You know, kids, she's driving all the men in the grocery store insane. Mrs. Paul, darling, this bus I got lane. Mrs. Paul, don't you do me like she's a no good woman. You ran off with some boy. Just too much. Well, I didn't know exactly what was wrong. This ain't no film music, but I know that just know that old Charlie Tuna was banging my gun. Noodles rubbing off, said that was not the end. The man from God, my best friend. This is what you do me like Sarah. you fish sticks. I'll pretend long in.
I did not expect to get all teary-eyed when the first notes of the Takoma Park Folk Festival struck. I have had a lot of work ahead of me. A lot of our volunteers, a lot of our new staff have really worked hard to put this back together for this year. And I didn't expect to get all emotional when I was over at the Grove stage at 11 a.m. and the first notes tinkled through and I was like, oh.
Also, I will tell you, Rob and Kristen are getting married in like a month. I have watched them put in as much time, effort, anxiety, frustration, and joy in the making of this as their wedding. Mostly you.
Next week I'll pay attention, dear. Jumped and so did the brokers. What a joy, what a ride. I just found out I got skin in the game and I've been hitting that fire like an amateur. Showing my age with my subject and glances and my choices and logos and pants. I just found out I got skin in the game and I've been screaming my loudest with the rest of them. With the rest of them. My vote is in and so are the taxes. I'm still waiting on the roads and the potholes and patches. No one else gets it, we got skin in the game. You all just duck and blame all the rest of them. Well, Finney's stroking, but at least they got coverage. And California is bleeding, but at least they've still got insurance. And the Volkswagen's grinning, cause at least it's deductible. They just pay up and smile like the rest of them. Yeah, pay up and smile like the rest of them. And they sit back and laugh. Charmed and so did the lyrics, you know. Inspiration only gets you so far. I just found out I got skin in the game and I've been playing my heart out for hours. Waiting by the phone and the road and the courthouse. I'm waiting all alone and with saints and with rapists. We all found out we got skin in the game, but it sure seems like nobody gets it. Sure seems like nobody gets it. We all sit back and laugh. In the country, my privilege, my occasion, my well-deserved currency. Airways are filled with the absolute surety. Nobody matters and freedom's a fallacy. Majority bullshit. It don't mean you know me. It's no zero-sum game. Just everyone's bleeding. Oh, but you're gonna sit back and laugh. Just found out you're as sure as the rest of us, and I can't wait till you figure out why. I'm hoping that you'll soon get as sore as the rest of us, and then I'm thinking that you'll figure out why. I'm showing my age with my first person narrative. I just thought I had something to say. It turns out I'm just a product of all of you people, and I guess that sort of makes us the same. I guess that sort of makes us the same. Unless you sit back and laugh. I come to terms with my place in the country, my privilege, my gauge, and my well-deserved currency. Airways are filled with the absolute surety. Nobody matters, and freedom's a fallacy. Majority bullshit, but don't mean you know me. It's no zero-sum game till everyone's bleeding. What you gonna sit back and laugh? Thank you very much.
That was fun. By the way, we got some t-shirts over here to my right. And you could also sign up and get on the mailing list and keep track of what's going on. You still with us? Umberaça, 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 c'est soir. Umberaça, 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 c'est soir. Umbera, umbera sa.
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 S'asseoir.
We will see is what that means. On verá sa. We will see, we will see. We'll see what happens down south.
In the morning, as we're hiding from the sun, it's a clean face with foul paints and simple notions. See it in the daylight as it hides itself away. Be reclaimed, dreams of days and glowing motion. Glowing ocean. Glowing emotions, yeah. Clean face. Glowing ocean. Glowing emotion. Seed and red soil, Amsterdam soil, the growth and blooms and fumes and reaches forms in there. Beautiful armaments, black bone without a sand, yeah. The flies and grace, rolls and tunes, for those without care. Low emotion, low emotion, clean space, low emotion. Blown emotion. Is Kristen around on the djembe? She has spent some time in Ghana. Remnants of the clean face, with flies in it, swims in up then floats away. Coming out 3 sevens, blowing ocean, still lemon, yeah. Then leads a tease while painting on the lucid day. Low emotion, low emotions, yeah. Clean space, low ocean, low emotion. the morning as they're hiding from the sun. It's a clean space with double paints and simple notions. You see it in the daylight as it hides itself away. You're dreaming days, dream of days, yeah, I'm going motion. Going motion. Going oceans, yeah, clean space. Growing emotion, growing ocean. Thanks, y'all.
Everybody, do what you doing. A smile will bring the sunshine. Everybody, do what you doing. A smile will bring the sunshine. Everybody, do what you doing. Your smile will bring the sunshine. Everybody, do what you doing. Your smile will bring the sunshine. Everybody, do what you doing. A smile will bring the sunshine. Everybody, do what you doing. A smile will bring the sunshine. When together, come join the harmony. Everybody, do what you do. Your smile will bring the sunshine. Everybody, do what you do. A smile will bring the sunshine. Everybody, do what you do. A smile will bring the sunshine. sun shining. Everybody, do what you're doing. A smile will bring the sun shining. Everybody, do what you're doing. A smile will bring the sun shining. Everybody, do it. A smile will bring the sun shining. Everybody, do what you're doing. A smile will bring the sun shining. Everybody, do it. Smile will bring the sun shining. Woo!
All right, all right. Thank you, Field Stage. We started off that set way back in 1982 with Root Boy Slim and New Hope for the Criminally Insane with a very young Ron Holloway. And Ron was actually on the Field Stage just last year with Ashley Chevalier. Something was going on that set with that tree on stage. Anyways, then we heard from ilyAIMY, Chopteeth, 50-Man Machine, and that was Elikeh. Everybody do what you're doing. So, well, we've one last performer for the Field Stage, straight from Charlie Pilzer at Tonal Park Recording, Mixing, and Mastering, and Alley World. Representing Field Stage for this year, Most Savage Gentleman is a combination of 4 multi-instrumental musicians with a variety of musical stylings and backgrounds. Together, they create a harmonious blend of rock, funk, hip-hop, R&B, folk, go-go, and country. To find out more about them, visit tpff.org and click Musicians. But wait, don't go yet. It is now time for Most Savage Gentleman.
Takoma Park Folk Festival. What is up, guys? We are called Most Savage Gentlemen. And we're very happy to be here. It's our first year at the 42nd annual?
42nd annual.
42nd annual.
4-2. A sacred number.
It is. And we are honored to be here. Hopefully with the 43rd, we will be there with you. You can look us in the eyes.
In person.
In person. And we can look you guys in the eyes. We'll see how it goes, though.
Up close.
But we thought for this opening song that it's a quick reminder that no matter how bad it gets, you can always find something to love. So remember, guys, every day will be okay. Even though these days may be gray, you can find a smile upon my face from all the love that you and I make. When I'm in your arms, it's all okay. Okay, it's all okay. Okay, every day you make every single thing okay. Okay, it's all okay. Every day I wanna wake up in your warm embrace, stuck between the sheets. I'll keep you safe, 'cause you're the sweetest thing I did create. Only one who makes it all okay. Okay, it's all okay. Okay, every day you make every single thing okay. Okay, it's all okay. Every day. Okay, it's all okay. Okay, every day you make every single thing okay. Okay, it's all okay. Sweet darling, now every day I wake up in the morning and I see the time sticking away. I stink in the shower, do you think that I can make you stay? I know you really got to go, but I know the minute you get home you'll be taking off those clothes. And it'll be okay, it's all okay. Okay,
So I think we need to ease it out a little bit, guys.
All right, sure.
Yeah, no. Went hard. Now we gotta ease back a little bit. This is a song that we wrote. By the way, on our album, you can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you might download or stream music. Gotta just throw that out there. It's on our self-titled album called Most Savage Gentlemen. So feel free to go check it out. You all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. This is a song called Freedom is the Wind.
Sleeping on a stranger's floor, and I know that my poor mother thinks I'm still a good old boy. Every day is a new day with a new way to live. So pass the light and the hash pipe and let the good times begin. Let it down to New Orleans, jumping my six-string till my fingers bleed.
I'd like to once again thank you guys for attending the 42nd annual Takoma Park Folk Festival.
Your very own.
We are very honored to be here. I'd like to thank Rob. I'd like to thank Robin. You guys allowed us to be here, and we're very honored. And
we're grateful.
Put this together, and I know that it's a strange year to be doing it, but got to keep the tradition alive, baby.
Thank you for Rob for bringing me into this beautiful, beautiful community in a way that I was not before.
I'd also like to say that we are here at Tonal Park in Takoma Park, and we'd like to thank Mike. We'd like to thank
Charlie.
I don't know where other Mike went, but you guys are great. It's been a wonderful time here, so check it out. Support local business, local studios, baby.
If nothing else, come try the hot sauce they have in the fridge here.
It's no joke.
It is no joke. This is a song we wrote called Cheshire Grin. Liquor and cheap perfume overpowers this hotel room. My chivalry is out the door. There's only one thing I'm looking for. Inside of this a gold on my mind. Inside of this a thief stealing my time. Well, I ain't got no secret to hide. You know why you're by my side. 'Cause all I wanna see is Cheshire Grin. I don't care what your name is. Just a quick thing to help me forget. 'Cause all I wanna see is a Cheshire Grin. So familiar with a stranger in the dark, a touch so tender like a porcelain doll. Trying to rid my mind of its timber toes. So on ever sorry song. Slip inside this rabbit hole for the shelter that I see. A momentary wonderland to escape my dream. Now the next bone has come to a queen. The brings me the way into a dark dream. 'Cause all I wanna see is a Cheshire Grin. I don't care what your name is. Just a quick fix to help me forget. 'Cause all I wanna see is your Cheshire. See is a Cheshire Grin. I don't care what your name is. Just a quick fix to help me forget. 'Cause all I wanna see, and all I wanna see is a Cheshire Grin. And I don't care what your name is. Got that quick fix to help me forget. 'Cause all I wanna see is your Cheshire Grin. It's like you are. Oh, hey there. We didn't see you there.
Oh, hi.
Takoma Park.
Hello, neighbor.
You're looking good.
Is that a new sundress? Mine is as well.
And you look lovely. We should have worn sundresses.
We should have worn our sundresses.
Is it too late to change into sundresses?
Charlie, did we miss our opportunity to change in sundresses?
Is it time for this? Mine is in the car.
Alright, this is a song we wrote called Funk It, Let's Dance.
was sitting in the woody in the low July. Disco ball standing on the dance floor as he grips his fighting cocks aside. The door cracks open, password flying from her and him. Only better brides and girls the turn is a red dress melting into a skin. I said the tip tap of the heels make a move. I remove from wood, she thinks she's feeling the groove. Out of day, what this boy got to lose? First I got drink back, then he glass down, turns the stool towards his feet on the ground. He strides into the light, take a chance with one thought in his head. Funky, let's dance, 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 let's dance, let us dance. Funky, let's dance. Dance, let us dance, funky, let's dance, dance, let's dance, let us dance. The beat makes us hot, beat bop, but his hands so rock, steady dance, his shoes is ready, walking like the boulder when the fever got a hold of you. Never question your methods, I wonder what your motive is. Two-scale sequence, I rap between the fingers, his hands and hips meet, and the open way you agree. And the next sequence of events is where the beat turns her around to greet him. She said, boy, you looking bad. Uh-huh. Now, oh boy, David has got some moves. Spin them on my right like a record playing tunes. Brings her in close to tight cocoon. Damn! Peaches and cream was the day's perfume. She bites the bottom lip, David knows what to do. Put a paw on his collar, disrupts the groove. Try and steal a bill, Sonny better be ready to move. Cause the grizzly this side ain't looking to lose. Like David like a brick shit out. But oh, word left his mouth. Funky, let's dance, 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 let's dance, let us dance. Funky, let's dance, 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 let's dance, let us dance. Funky, let's dance, dance, let's dance, let us dance. Woo! Flat on his back, spitting a red hot copper. Lights like helicopters spin around and around and around they go. David stands up, ready to tango. The bass fills your bones, the tune exchange flows. Smell of whiskey, sweat, and testosterone. Makes a biblical battle a little bit more modern. But a boogie to the beat and not soon to be forgotten. Dare to remember. David was told to throw. Is a final blow, turns a big boy into a bearskin rug. Laid out flat with a busted mug. And mama with the tight red dress, still packing that bottom lip. Takes David by the hand. And it's clear as day, this woman gonna turn our boy into a man. She looks him up and down. Those 4 words left her mouth. Funky, let's dance, 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 let's dance, let us dance. Funky, let's dance, dance, let's dance, let us dance. Let us dance, baby. Funky, let's dance, dance, let's dance, let us dance. Funky, let's dance, dance, let's dance, let us dance. Funky, let's dance, dance, let's dance, let us dance. Funky, let's dance. Well, I'm feeling funky. How about you guys? You feeling funky?
I feel pretty funky over here.
Funky.
Steve's right.
I think we got the funk. Jums, are you feeling funky? I'd say that's pretty funky.
That is pretty funky.
So this is our angry breakup song that every band should have, right? This is thank you, Dan. I need that sort of comfort. This is called Breakaway.
I am your slave, bound in your chains. I am your slave, caught in your seductive gaze. You are the one, mama, she wore me bound. You are the one, they wrote all those books about. I never knew, I learned to say those things to you. I never knew how much let me love you do. What I found when I'm down is a vibrant body in the dark. You're the master, I was a slave. Now it seems the time is you can break my heart, but you can't break the man that I am. What's been broken can never be mended, so I break, I break, I break away. I feel like a beggar with no streets to roam. I feel like an orphan with no home to call my own. You are the keeper, turn brother, can you please do what I do to counting coins at the feast. I never thought I'd live to see the day that every time I see you, I see him. I never thought I'd live to see that the thing that I love be the thing that I hate. What I found when I'm down is a vibrant body in the dark. You were the master, I was the slave. Now it seems to find it. You can break my heart, but you can't break the man that I am. What's been broken can never be mended, so I break, I break, I break away. What I found when I'm down is a vibrant body in the dark. You're the master, I was a slave. Now it seems the time is you can break my heart, but you can't break the man that I am. What's been broken can never be mended, so I break, I break, I break. You can break my heart, but you can't break the man that I am. What's been broken can never be mended, so I break, I break, I break away.
Whoa! All right. Yeah.
I feel better. Let the lead out on that one, huh?
Can you hear them out there? Can you hear Takoma Park?
What? All right, I think we're gonna now really do the switcheroo, eh?
Oh, we are, aren't we?
Yes, I think we got a couple more songs left in the tank, but we're gonna do something special now. Mr. Fred Hoff here, who is our guitarist, is now going to be our drummer, and our drummer, Mr. Joey Jenkins, is now going to be our lead singer and guitarist.
The old switcheroo. This is a song that I wrote when I was unhappy, but you know what? It made me feel a lot better. Hope you guys like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't know what it's like to be like you anymore. The way you use your mind, your mouth, and your words. You sound so empty, yo. You're twisted up inside. You're callous at the core. Blinded by the light that was our only guide. At sunrise you decide to run and hide every day that the fight comes to your door. But the night has come. You're saying now it's clear, but you're never sure. For 1,000 years I've felt your fears, but you still ignore the chain of lies within you. But the truth never goes away. Confused by what you are. Well, I'm certain you couldn't be less sure. You revel in your scars and disease with hearts and reason, lying down, dying, crying out for a cure. You're calling out for something real, 'cause the facade is as worthless as the emptiness that fills you up. And searching on the surface for a purpose that's deeper than just the happiness that kills you. Oh, whether right or wrong, wielding doubts as spears to fight your every war. For 1,000 years I've shed the tears, but I don't know who they're for. 'Cause there's one big lie between you, and it goes on and on. It goes on and on. It goes on and on. But the truth never goes away. It goes on and on. It goes on and on. It goes on and on. But the truth never goes away. On and on. The lies go on and on. The disguise goes on and on. Yeah, you deny it, but the truth never goes away. The truth never goes away. The truth never goes away. Thank you guys so much. We got one more song. Another one, unsurprisingly, like a lot of artists do, like I do a lot, and I'm sure like a number of people out in the audience, music appreciators and artists themselves do. I also wrote this last song when I was very unhappy, but it's a much more uplifting message, so I hope you guys take it to heart. I hope you guys enjoy it. The song is called Don't Say Anything. I've got a government in my head. It's not what it looks like on the outside. And I didn't just come here to break some bread. Now, I've heard a disturbance and this is what it sounds like. The rich get richer, the fat get fatter, while we all disagree about which lives matter. The dumb get dumber and the bad get worse, while we praise Mother Earth on paper pages that curse her. The broken are stepped on, the poor get poorer. A mother lost a young son to those who ignore her. But I'm just one of the few like you are, so I won't say anything. 2/3 of the worthwhile heard by the servile serve to deter from our purpose. Every third word is ductile, charged by our fears and delivered via circuits. Cause free radicals and Gentiles devastated caffeinated Catholics nervous. But if my people had the nerve to unearth what they know they're hearing underneath the surface, it would go. The last one was too close, this time give them 2 votes. The first one has a yes, the second one has 2 no's. And keep those stocks up, they don't want to lose those. Cancel someone's welfare, money's coming too slow. New apps, new shoes, new shows, making war on drugs, hit them with some new dope. And I hope you're taking good notes, cause since the silence before the gun with the red, white, and the blue smoke, lock up all the black men so they can't vote. It's time to set this country back on cruise control. If you're winning the game, don't say anything. If you've got a 401k, don't say anything. So much is a shame, yeah, oh, but don't say anything. 'Cause it's a beautiful day. With the people, a problem with evil. I'm calling on the peaceful to cease. You need a reason to believe that it's the season. You can hear it in the fall of every leaf and the seeds as they grow. They don't know what we know, and far too many learn it after their release. The family trees catch diseases, and the roots beneath the trees as there's far too many branches with police. The militarization of our nation's foundation, the wheels and the cogs and the grease go beyond where they're needed. They feed us, we eat it, we live it, we watch it, we read it, we bleed. If you've got something to say, don't say anything. You can hope, you can pray, oh, but don't say anything. You can wish that tomorrow's nothing like today. You can miss me when it's my turn, but don't say anything. To the families of ones that have been shot down, don't say anything. To the friends of the families with ones shot down, no, don't say anything. To the friends of the friends with families with ones that were shot down, don't say anything. Lest they come knocking on your door in your town, don't say anything. Don't say anything. No, don't you say anything. Don't say anything. No, no, no.
Takoma Park Folk Festival, thank you guys so much. We are called Most Savage Gentlemen. We'll see you next year, guys.
All right, that was Most Savage Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, I hear their video for that last song is not to be missed, so definitely check that out. And here we are at the end, so thank you so much for joining us. If you can, please visit the website tpff.org and click Give and get involved either with your wallet or your time or your mind for 2021. You can also click musicians to find out all about the artists, and please visit our wonderful craft vendors at tpff.org crafts. We've got everything on the website, even voter registration. And also, please like us and find us on all your favorite social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And finally, we would like to give one last huge thanks to our sponsors, supporters, and funders: the Arts and Humanities Council of Montgomery County, Charlie Pilzer and Tonal Park Recording, Mixing, and Mastering, Takoma Park City TV, the Songwriters Association of Washington, Focus Music, the Folklore Society of Greater Washington, Takoma Radio, WOWD 94.3 FM, Mark's Kitchen, and El Golfo Restaurant. Once again, I'm Wendy Langsner, and it's been a pleasure to be your host this evening. Thank you so much for being with us. And good night from all of us at the Takoma Park Folk Festival. Be well, and we will see you next year.